Dude, I'm sorry, man. I don't need to wear this mask to feel the force. I've been feeling it all of 2020 with the mask and I can't breathe. So let's just film a video. 2020 is over. Let's do this. Yo, Tim here, and sorry about that little moment I just had, but I've been binge watching Star Wars all through the break. So from the 23rd of December, the day before Christmas, all the way to the 3rd, which is the day before I came back to work to get started running the business, I binge watched almost the entire Star Wars series with my wife here in our little humble home. But I wanted to talk to you about a really cool lesson that I learned watching Star Wars. In fact, 2 lessons that I think you can use in your business. And it's something that I saw and it really kind of sat with me when I watched the Star Wars narrative, the Star Wars story. And I thought, let me share this with my tribe, let me share this with my community, because I thought it's something that you guys could actually learn from. Before I say that, I want you to stick around to the end of the video because I actually am going to give you a really cool principle that you can use in your own business development, in your own money mindsets, your own sales skills that you can use to help skyrocket your business results in 2021. So if you want to watch that or if you want to learn that, stick around to the end because that's when I will be sharing it. One more thing I'll say is there are spoilers ahead. So if you have not watched Star Wars and you plan on doing it, don't look at this or skip parts of it or just prepare yourself because I'm going to be spoiling things. Anyway, so for a very long time, I resisted the Star Wars franchise. I didn't grow up watching it. It wasn't something that was a part of my childhood. I mean, for various reasons, people just don't tend to watch certain things, and Star Wars wasn't something that I watched. But recently, I heard a lot of friends talking about it, and I said, screw it. Let me give this a try and see what the hype has been all about. What did George Lucas create? I think it was back in 1977. That's the first one I watched. What did he create that really caused people to change their view of good versus evil and the force and meditation and, persistence and strength and love and romance, all these things? Like, what was it? So I dived into it, and when I was sitting on the couch watching the second movie, I was hit with this insane realization. I was hit with this feeling of like, wow, this is insane. And the thing that I realized was there's these 2 sides, right? The side of dark and the side of light. And a lot of times in business, we tend to ignore these sides. We tend to say it's just, make money, follow a couple of principles, and that's it, and you will be fine. But one thing that I had to learn is that in 2020, there were 2 sides to me that were pulling at myself. 2 sides. One side was what we'd call the dark side, which was based on fear. And this fear was that, I'm going to lose clients because of the pandemic. There may not be enough money to go around. How am I going to support my family? How am I going to afford the things that I need to afford in my life? Because things are scary. Things look like they're going wrong for me. And that was the huge predominant thought in my mind all throughout 2020 until I actually hired a business mentor to help me clear it. And I should say it wasn't all throughout 2020. It was the beginning of 2020 up until April, and then I abandoned that mindset through a lot of shadow work, through a lot of inner healing. And then what I did is I made a shift to where I went to what I call the light side of business. And I may end up calling this the Jedi paradigm and start teaching this as a part of my coaching model. But it's so cool when I understood this transition because the light side of my business was essentially saying, 1, there's unlimited abundance. 2, money is there for me. 3, what I do is amazing, and if it's good, and if I provide results, which we do in our business, people will come. So that transition that I made was huge, and it's the same kind of transition that we see them train Jedis in. In the Star Wars franchise, it's the same kind of transition that Darth Vader never made that caused him to become bad and go to the dark side. He didn't handle his fear and stay away from the fear of loss. Something I learned from one of my spiritual mentors a while ago, this is about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, is that you can actively choose to accept that the worst reality isn't that bad, right? It sounds kind of crazy when I say this, but I've had to choose and accept that, losing a client isn't that bad. That doesn't mean that I want to lose clients. It doesn't mean I wouldn't provide value. And again, it rarely happens because we do provide value and because we have such a good offer and because we, coach the hell out of our clients. But I learned that I can't be afraid to lose. I can't be afraid that if I don't keep hustling, that everything won't work out okay. Maybe things won't work out okay, but I have to have faith that in the end, because of the skills that I have as a business owner, because of my ability to be strong and have mental fortitude and strength, because of those abilities, I will be able to come through, and I anchor to that. But I don't fear the other side. I don't fear the dark side, because the dark side is based on fear. The dark side is based on what I could be losing, what I could miss out on. So I've chosen and I've taught myself to abandon that paradigm and that way of thinking and move into the light. Now, you as a business owner, there's a couple things that I think you should be doing in order to promote the light side of thinking, as it were, and stay away from the dark side. Number one is invest in yourself. Now, I don't mean throw money at random things just to get money back. That's not good. The best investments that I've made for myself so far haven't been direct investments to try to get back cash. So I know a lot of people who say, yeah, I'm going to start investing in Forex or certain stocks and, learn how to do like a network marketing and things like that. Those aren't investments that I'm talking about. I'm talking about investing in a quality mentor. I'm talking about investing in certain technology like funnels or systems that are going to help your business. I'm talking about investing in hiring someone who can be on your team that can actually help you grow in your business. Me, I've hired a video person. I've hired a creative director who's the man behind the camera now, who created that awesome intro that you saw. I've hired people to do copywriting. I've hired people to do sales. I've hired other coaches in our business. And the reason I've done that is because me hiring people gives me the capacity to focus on what I'm really, really good at. So in your business, if you find yourself hesitant to actually invest in yourself and you're only investing maybe in things just for pleasure in the moment, or you find yourself investing in one specific kind of mentor. An example of this is I had a client of mine who's recently worked with me, and his big thing is he's invested in a lot of spiritual mentors. And I told him there's a shift you have to make between just investing in spirituality, which by the way I've done as well, and moving away from that and instead moving towards investing in yourself and your business. And now he started making that shift. We're doing work together and he's crushing it. But the difference and the shift he had to make is I can actually invest in things that are going to help me grow, and I can put my money towards them because I understand that if I abandon fear and I take that small risk of giving up $500 or giving up $2,000 or giving up $10,000 within what you have as your capability, I will make more. I will be profitable. I can make some back, right? That's the basic principle behind investing in yourself that so many people tend to ignore, and they don't ignore it maliciously. I don't think people are ignoring it like, I don't want to invest, but we're not taught to do it from a young age. The second principle that I learned in this, I guess the second thing that you could say I took from Star Wars that I think that you could apply to your own business is that when your mentors give you advice, put it into practice. And this is actually, I guess, a video more about mentorship than anything else, but the same way like Yoda, Master Yoda, influenced Luke and trained these Jedi, I learned that when I listen to my mentors, I always come out on top, like every single time. There hasn't been one time where I've listened to my mentor and it's been for the worst. And I'm talking about my father, who's my greatest mentor, my business mentor, Caleb Lasaw, Thomas Wiggum, my spirituality mentor, other mentors that I've had throughout the years. When I've listened to them and put into practice the tips and advice that they've given me, I've always been able to expand my consciousness into a new layer of performance, into a new layer of clarity, control, consciousness, and this ability to actually move towards what I want in my life. It's really, really important that when you have a mentor, even through the mud, you stay clear on what you want. And number three, and this is a basic principle, but you probably have heard it before, but I'm just gonna say it, be goal-oriented. Have a specific vision and a goal for what you want, and pursue that goal at all costs, and don't let anything distract you from it. And that doesn't mean that you have to have one particular way of getting there, right? So me, I have a specific goal in my business for this year that we're gonna make $200,000, and we're going to do that, right? Now, do I have a specific way that I'm gonna get there? Kind of, I have some idea, but I don't have every step laid out. Me and the team, we have some meetings where we outline all kinds of plans and put boxes on a whiteboard, but do I really know exactly what I'm gonna do? No, if I'm being honest, I don't. I could not tell you step one, step two, step three. Do I have a general path we're gonna take? Absolutely. But I have this goal that I'm focused on of making this money. And the reason why I have this goal, by the way, something that's crazy, and that's really, really cool, it's a psychological principle, is that it's a purpose that's higher than me, right? So the purpose of me having this goal is way bigger than me. It's not just, I want to make 200,000 for the sake of doing that. No, but I want to be able to give back to children that are in my community. I want to help minority communities. That's why I want to do this. That's my big driver behind the goal. So there's a purpose that's greater than me that's attached to the goal that I have. Now, in the case with you, going forward, here's something that I want to tell you. 2020 can be a year of fear. It can be a year of despair. It can be a year of what's going to happen next. It can be a year of the pandemic hit me hard. I'm not sure where I should go from here. Or it can be a year of now is the time to take action, to invest in myself, to trust my mentors, and to set some high goals with a purpose that's bigger than me. You can decide what reality you want to exist in the year 2021. It's up to you. So I'm going to leave you there. Go ahead and move over to the light side and abandon the dark side. I don't think there's really any power there in real life. I mean, Star Wars it is. I'm obsessed with Star Wars. I shouldn't have watched so much. It was probably unhealthy. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Subscribe if you haven't already so that you can get more notifications from my channel and when I put out this free coaching for you. And check out the training we have below because it will really, really help you in your business, okay? I'll see you guys later. Take care. Have an amazing, beautiful, beautiful day. And may the force be with you.